This flat roof house and this Mabati roof house, the price difference might shock you. You'll hear strong opinions. One person says, go flat, it's modern and cheaper. Another insists, stick with Mabati, it's the Kenyan way. So who's right? Well, the idea that one is always cheaper is one of the biggest myths in construction. The real cost isn't just the materials, it's the design, quality, and skill that truly matter. We're breaking it down, shilling by shilling. We'll compare how a flat roof is built versus the familiar Mabati roof. We'll explore not just the upfront price, but the lifetime costs you might face 10 years from now. By the end, you'll understand the hidden traps and clever ways to save, giving you a clear plan to make the right choice for your home and your wallet. Let's talk about the flat roof. You might picture a simple concrete block, but building one is a serious engineering task. A structural floor in the sky. It requires a much heavier foundation and columns to support the weight. Inside a mold, a web of steel rebar, calculated by an engineer, gives the concrete its strength. After pouring, the most critical step is waterproofing. A gentle slope guides water to drains, while a specialized membrane stands between rain and your home. If this fails, your problems have just begun. So, what does this engineering marvel cost? The bill breaks down into three main areas. First, the structure. A heavy concrete slab requires a lot of steel reinforcement and timber formwork. These materials and the skilled labor to install them are a significant expense. Next, specialized waterproofing. This is not the place to cut corners. A high-quality system installed by a specialist is crucial to prevent leaks. Finally, if you plan to use the roof as a terrace, you'll need to budget for finishes like tiles and railings. And now the roof you see everywhere, the Mabati roof. Its popularity isn't an accident. It's a lightweight structure, a framework of trusses supporting thin, durable sheets. This makes it faster and more economical for many builds. The framework is typically timber or lightweight steel, which is rot-resistant but can be pricier. The biggest cost is the sheets, priced by gauge and coating. Thicker gauges and better coatings like a loose-zinc cost more but last longer. Remember, Mabati offers little insulation, so budget for a ceiling and insulation to ensure a comfortable home. Let's get straight to the point. Everyone cares which costs more right now. For a standard 3-bedroom home and 250 SQM, the upfront difference is usually clear. In most cases, Mabati is cheaper to construct. Reason? Massive difference in structural materials. Lightweight Mabati demands less from foundations and supports. You avoid tons of rebar and cubic meters of concrete needed for a suspended slab. Flat roof equals a whole suspended floor. Costly formwork, extensive steel fixing, big pours. Mabati's main structural cost, timber or light steel trusses, generally far lower overall. Speed matters. Mabati can be built in days or a couple of weeks, saving labor and securing interiors sooner. Flat concrete is slow. Formwork and steel take time. Curing takes weeks before waterproofing begins. If your goal is the lowest initial investment, Mabati is the clear winner. Savings on concrete and steel, faster build, lower labor. But that's just the first chapter. The true cost unfolds over the roof's lifetime, and the story can change. The initial price is just the down payment. The real cost is what you spend over 20, 30, even 50 years. For a flat roof, the terrifying enemy is water. If the membrane fails, through poor installation, sun damage, or puncture, repairs can be astronomical. Water seeps into concrete, travels through microcracks, appears as damp patches or drips. Fixing isn't a patch. Remove tiles, screed, strip old membrane, prep, apply new system, re-screed, re-tile. Disruptive, messy, and can cost as much as the original install. One major failure can wipe out decades of savings. Mabati's enemies are rust and physical damage. Cheap, thin-gauge galvanized sheets may show rust in 8 and 12 years, especially in coastal, rainy areas. You might replace a few sheets or need a full re-roof. New sheets, removal, and reinstallation labor. Complex designs, hips, gables, valleys look great, but each valley is a leak risk and raises labor. Heat movement loosens nails, screws, washers age, regular checks and tightening prolong life. Planned maintenance is essential to keep lifetime costs down. To save money, aim for the best value, not just the lowest price. Keep your roof design simple. Rectangles have fewer joints and fewer problems. Buy the best materials you can afford, like top-tier waterproofing or thicker gauge Mabati. Quality workmanship is crucial. Even the best materials fail if installed poorly. Finally, inspect your roof annually and fix small issues before they become big leaks. So, which roof actually saves you money? The answer isn't simple. For initial construction on a typical Kenyan home, Mabati almost always comes out ahead. Less steel, less concrete, faster build. It's the undisputed champion of the low upfront budget. But long-term, a well-built flat roof with high-quality waterproofing can be economical over decades and adds usable rooftop space. A cheap flat roof is a ticking time bomb, a money pit of repairs. Similarly, cheap thin gauge Mabati often means a full replacement in a decade. The cost-effective path, a simple Mabati design with high-quality sheets, or a meticulously waterproofed flat roof with zero corners cut. Ultimately, the biggest hidden cost is poor quality. The choice isn't just flat versus Mabati, it's quality versus future bills with interest. The best roof fits your budget and long-term vision. Good materials, skilled hands, simple, smart design. It's the roof that lets you sleep peacefully at night, rain or shine. If you were building today, flat roof or Mabati? And what budget are you working with? Comment below.